Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Take a seat or stand, make yourself comfortable. What I have to show you is of the utmost importance, and can't wait a second longer. You see before you, perhaps the most prodigious discovery known to the metaphysical science community. Look familiar? It's the first, and I mean very first, edition of Tobin's Spirit Guide. The holy grail of supernatural encyclopedia. I finally tracked this down a week ago, and it just arrived. I had to overnight it from... It's best you don't know. Now, I can't deny that my possession of such an extraordinary artifact does naturally provoke questions as to how and where I got it. It's no secret that Tobin is a hero of mine. Throughout Ghostbusters operations, the Spirit Guide has been our de facto resource. Even now, over 100 years since its first publication, it remains the most respected compendium in the paranormal investigative medium. No other researcher, metaphysician, or common raving supernatural-obsessed maniac has gone to the lengths that Tobin did to chronicle that which is not of this world. Although some might say, given his sordid later life, perhaps he went too far. Like Tobin, I too fell down a rabbit hole at a young age. This mildewed tome has been my elusive golden goose, my singular vice and obsession. I've paid a great deal of money, well, Winston's money, to some questionable individuals who have scoured the farthest reaches and risked countless perils to find it. And turns out, it was right under Tobin's nose all along. Literally. It was found in his coffin, resting on his now concave chest. John Horace Tobin had his Spirit Guide buried with him. Here, a keepsake from your first occult book acquisition. Never forget this moment, kid. It's a big one.
Yes, you, Ghosty. Tremble in trepidation, for before you I stand, the magnanimous purveyor of the paranormal, leading scholar on the supernatural, once known in another dimension long ago as John Horace Tobin. I have shed my mortal coil and appear to you now, lost spirit, as the gatekeeper between the world of the living and what lies beyond. Behold! Behold! Oh, bugger. Give us a sec. There we are! Today is not your finest day, Ghosty, but it is your luckiest. Prithee, look to me from here as your guide to what exists beyond existence. Fear not the eternal darkness, for I shall light the lamppost which illuminates your passage. Follow the interminable horizon of the shadowy plane. Release your forsaken soul from all worldly ties, for... Wait a tick. Well, you're not bloody dead, are you? Then what in the name of St. Stephen are you doing here? Look, I haven't the foggiest how you fumbled your way into this realm, nor do I care. Despite your spectral facade, you don't belong here, and quite frankly, you look ridiculous. And that's coming from a talking ledger. Evidently, the fates have a piss-poor sense of comedy. Well, this certainly puts a spanner in the works. My assigned duty is to serve as mediator for the recently deceased again, not you. I take the dead, teach them the ropes, so to speak, and send them on their hauntings. Oh, but perhaps... First, you need to find your footing. A figure of speech, of course, because as you've probably noticed, you haven't got any feet. Well done, Ghosty. Say, are you a quick learner or have you been dead before? Well, never mind it. See the giant schism in the sky over there? That is a rift! Welcome to my garden of otherworldly delights. A job's a job, and yours is to terrorize and torment. So, get in and let's get cracking. A bevy of charms and abilities reside at your disposal with which you may scare and wreak havoc. Conserve if you can, Ghosty, for your psychokinetic energy is a precious commodity. You must cool down periodically, or your powers will not work, including your ectovision. A Ghosty's most important resource is psychokinetic energy. Use it wisely. It'll take a bit of time to get the old juices flowing again once you've run out, so be mindful of draining your energy. Keep one eye on your meter and you won't get caught on a full moon with your knickers down. Savvy? Never the hordes of cowardice. Behold! All around you is a world of possessibility. Use every object you can to duck, dodge, and wait for the perfect opportunity to spring your spectral trap on the unsuspecting living. If one of those egregious ghost hunters is nearby, possess an object to hide. While your energy recharges inside a possessible object, be wary. Your recharge rate will suffer if you move the object. Why don't you try possessing something now? One of the more invigorating features in your cabinet of curiosities is the ability to phase. You'll be flying at high speeds from one end of the map to the other before you can say, Jack Robinson. Respawning from rifts is key, so pay attention. If a ruddy Ghostbuster gets you by the gills while a rift is active, you will respawn at the rift. However, this destroys the damn thing from further use. There are 3 rifts available to you hidden inside artifacts, so act accordingly. Those busters will try to eliminate these rifts, limiting your methods of escape. Fear not. You can retrieve and hide these rifts throughout the map to send your opponents into a light tizzy. A full location haunting starts with teeny tiny baby steps. Try individually haunting different rooms to increase your power, allowing for faster energy regeneration. Civvies and busters alike are easily scared in these predicaments, and if you see a floating brolly, that's because objects in these rooms begin haunting themselves, in turn creating a diversion, allowing you, Ghosty, to hide. You can actively haunt objects too, but why waste the energy, I say? All right, enough preamble. Let's get to the good stuff. Horrification. As an otherworldly, temporary spirit, you are denied so many earthly pleasures. Therefore, we must fill the void with other exquisite elements. That's right. Scaring the pants of anything that moves. Try it and you know how it goes.
Is someone there?
The best defense is a strong offense. Or is it the other way around? Either way, these next 2 tricks will be sure to send more than a shock up the trousers of those banal busters. You see the silly satchels they carry upon their backs? Why don't you try sneaking up behind them? A well-timed ectoplasmic burst will sabotage their equipment, giving you, little Ghosty, an opening to escape. Or better yet,
Too eerie. What?
face to
It
face.
attacked my pack!
But as you and I love ectoplasm and everything to do with it, the living can't stand it. Literally. Cover them with enough and they won't be able to stand at all.
think about it, don't freak out.
Oh no! What's this? You've become ensnared by the power of the dreaded electric lasso. Then you must fight your way out. Use your abilities if you see no other option. But I counsel you to flee. Beware their If, God forbid, are pulled into the final ghost trap field, it's curtains for you. Or worse. You will have a brief moment to try and free yourself, but no! You have painted a target on your backside. Your subsequent trappings will be harder to break free from. Now, Ghost, should you, despite all maneuverings, be seized in the final, fatal capture, find your way back to me, so that I might imbue you with the power to haunt once more.
Kid, you still with us? You look like you saw a ghost. I know it's the job, but still, you look scorched. Call me delusional, but I wager there's more to this book than meets the eye. But don't worry. You and I are going to figure it out. Anyway, we best head back to the firehouse for now.
Rookie, we run a tight ship around here. The second you hear that alarm, it's boots to the ground. Happy to have you here. Good luck out there.
You're not gonna let a silly old ghost bother you, are you? I see 4 or 5 of these a day. Job is a crash course in not being your family. To work on my people skills.
The ghosts may be captured, but you've got rifts to take out if we're going to bust this thing.
There are others still out there.
I guess. I just need to chill out. You'd think I'd be used to this by now.
No problem.
I'm so scared. This job is a crash course in not being your parents. Deep breath. You know what they say about fear? It's just false evidence appearing real. I can't close this puppy alone. Little help?
The rifts are done, so time to get the ghoul.
pretty scared right now.
What's that thing?
Nothing to worry about. A minor paranormal occurrence.
You mean I was scared for no reason?
Stop shaking.
I'll hold on to this.
Ribs sealed, ghosts confused. All in all, a solid day's work.
Hey, Ricky! Wow, you're getting the hang of this Ghostbusters thing. I am so impressed. Hard to imagine a time when you were on the team. Yada yada. Nice work out there. So what I really need right now is you to play messenger for me. There's a package on Bankman's desk. Go check it out and let me know what it is. Thanks and keep up the good work. Over.
Cat, it looks like an old ghost trap. Like, really old.
That's weird. Just ran inventory and all our traps are accounted for.
Don't mind me just filling out the
Oh,
maintenance report.
jeez.
Your feeble attempts to confine me have failed. I have escaped your pathetic trap, and my resolve to inflict pain upon your world has only grown stronger. Now you will know the meaning of fear. Wretched mortals, prepare to meet your end.
Not so fast, you platitudinous phantasmagorical parasite!
It's too late. Doom is here, at your doorstep. You cannot stop me.
There's more where that came from. Let Winston go, or next time, that'll be you.
Fine. I will yield. Take back this useless, disgusting flesh pod. Power as great as mine requires a more worthy surrogate, and I see none here that are fitting. It would seem I'm unable to release him. I require some assistance. Do not think you have won. There is hell to pay. Oh yes, you will pay when I get out of here.
Yeah. Eddie, get him in a chair.
Whatever we're dealing with, you can say his name, is in complete control of Winston, mentally and physically. Luckily for us, it seems to be much weaker than, for example, Zool. More like the possessors you usually encounter.
Even so, a non-corporeal, otherworldly possessor is no laughing matter. But for the life of me, I can't remember trapping this one.
I hold your world in the palm of my hand, ready to crush it like an ant. Hurry up and get me out of this guy before I lose my patience. You haven't seen the full extent of my rage.
Well, if it looks anything like the scared, lost little puppy who nearly wet himself at the sight of a proton pack, then yes, we don't want to see that again.
Keep talking, fool. I've reduced lesser worlds to steaming piles of ash.
Let me cut in. When dealing with supernatural entities, I recommend taking a softer approach. Listen up, Nameless. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, as they say, but Winston is extremely crucial to this operation, not to mention a close friend. So, you have to let him go. You understand?
Separate us, and I'll consider your insolent offering. I was locked inside that trap for so long that I forgot why I even came to this cold, boring vestibule you call life.
We'll do whatever it takes to free Winston. Let's get to work, everyone! You keep busting ghosts while we take care of this, and we'll keep you in the loop. Start by running a test. Eddie, flex that muscle you call a brain.
Actually, the brain is made up of neurons, not technically...
Cool. And Ray, maybe there's something useful in your library?
Good thought. This Nameless is very different from the possessor ghosts we typically encounter. The way he speaks about our world suggests that he's crossed over from parts unknown. And judging by the vice-like grip he has on Winston's mind, body, and spirit, even the entity might not realize the depths of its own true power. I'm gonna head back to the shop and see if there's any information I can dig up on this hellish hitchhiker.
Don't worry, Winston's tough. He'll pull through this. I hope.
As much as I loathe this wretched hovel you call an existence, it's better than being under a mattress next to some dirty gym socks. I'm going bored waiting on you imbeciles. Hurry up! I've got business to attend to. Perhaps I was a bit hasty with the whole possession thing, but you have to agree, when the choice was this guy or you, I made the right decision. As I lay under this Vakeman's mattress, biding my time until the day I would once again unleash my unbridled power of darkness upon your kind, I heard stories told of you Ghostbusters and your many encounters, all which pale in comparison to the devastation which I am capable of. Under this mattress, I also heard some Other things that I wish I could forget. As much as I loathe this wretched hovel you...
So, what do you plan to do about this whole possession thing?
I'm so glad you asked. Wasting time placating your curiosity is actually crucial to my success. Sorry, I'm just not good with confronting challenges for which I'm utterly uninformed. It irritates me. Plus, who's gonna sign our paychecks? The city's expensive.
Well, I'll let you get back to it. Let me know if I can be helpful.
Oh yes, I'm sure your wealth of science...
This is what